What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Shoot, Edit, Post podcast. We're your hosts, Denzel and Caleb Barnes. How's it going?
It's going good.
Cool.
Yep.
How's content creation going for you?
It's going good so far.
Yeah.
It's very different since it's the new year and I have different schedule and everything. So
Yeah.
it's going good though.
That's cool.
How about you?
Yeah, it's kind of same. You know, I've changed things up on my channel. I've seen more. I've been doing different things. Like it's not just the editing videos, but it's starting to be like other types of videos coming on too. So it's cool. I'm excited about it. I think I can finally get to show more of myself as a creator, as an artist, and not only showing tips and tricks, which I still do, by the way. Still do. I'm not stopping that, but it's just cool to have other things to add to the brand as well. So yeah.
My Instagram is growing.
That's cool. Nice.
From the last time I checked. So
that's cool. Growing on Instagram. Yeah. That was kind of like we talked about in the last episode. It was kind of slow for you. So that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's still not, like this huge following, but it's growing from where it was.
Right. So yeah,
that's been good.
My main platform is YouTube. I am on TikTok. I'm technically on Instagram too. I just have decided to leave Instagram alone. So we'll see. This 2025, I think I will start using Instagram again, but using it more as like a portfolio, just of like creative projects. Probably I'm doing. So not like trying to do tips and tricks on there because that didn't really work for me. Yeah. But as far as YouTube goes, the time of recording this, I'm super close to getting monetized. That's like awesome. I just need them watch hours. Yeah. Anyone who's a small creator, YouTuber out there, when you're trying to just get that over that watch hour threshold. Yeah. And I'm like, it's like right there, like less than 1,000. Yeah. Like within reach.
It's so weird because on my nail account, when my YouTube was my nail account, I was at like 2,000 something watch hours, and I had already like past the subscriber count. So I was just waiting for it, and then I didn't know that because I privated all of my videos, my nail videos, and so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do that. And when I did that, it went back all the way down to like 5 watch hours, and I was like,
like oh no,
oh my gosh. But then I think you like told me that I should like keep them but out there, and so it did go back up, but I wasn't up there. But I do think it was more because of the like 365 days. I think I passed that, so like all of those watch hours went away anyways. So that was annoying, but it's okay. Building again.
And they make you work for it. Yeah. Like if you're going to be a creator on this platform, you're going to know how to work this thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to know how to do it. They make you work for it. Yeah. In this episode, we're going to be talking about finding your niche as a content creator. And I think it can go in so many different directions. You can find your niche just as a content creator. Like you can, but what I mean by that is you can say, this is the type of content I'm going to create. Yeah. But then you can even each platform, I think, is different. So from my standpoint, in my experience, I can speak to YouTube. I know you can speak to multiple platforms. You've done more than I have on other platforms. So I guess coming from your standpoint, how do you, like, what do you think about like finding your niche as a creator?
Yeah. So when I was first like looking into being a content creator and all the things, like I was studying a lot of videos, watching a lot of videos, and people were saying like, number one thing, pick your niche. And I was like, that's so annoying. Right. Like, why do I have to pick a niche? And as I've been doing content, I realized why it's important to do it. But as far as like the different platforms, again, I still don't really know much about Instagram because I don't really know how it works. But I know on TikTok, it's like you post one thing that's like off of what people like to see, and it's like no views, no engagement, no nothing. So I don't know, maybe they'll change that a little bit. But unless you're like, top TikToker, like the smaller accounts are kind of getting the short end of the stick. Because it's like this huge creator can post like, I'm doing my hair or my makeup or whatever, and then the next day they're like, here's like a vlog. And I could do the same thing, but my hair video is like 120K views,
Right.
and then I post my vlog and it's like stuck in that like 200 view mark with like 9 likes.
Right.
And it's like, okay, what's happening?
Yeah.
Because I just got all these followers and gained all this like engagement on TikTok. So I think that picking a niche is important to almost not really for the algorithm or for the your viewers, but really for you to keep your content in line.
I don't really have the data for this or anything like that, but it seems like when you're a smaller creator, having a niche and sticking to that specifically can help you because people are coming to you and seeing what they're getting. So it can kind of help you get going. And then once you get bigger or you've grown some, you can kind of start peppering in the other things you want to do.
Yeah.
Again, this is what I'm in the process of doing now because my channel saw a lot of growth when I picked a niche and focused, when I started just focusing exclusively on DaVinci Resolve editing tutorial videos.
Yeah.
So like that's all I was doing. Tips and tricks. Here's 5 effects to use. How to do this, how to do that in DaVinci Resolve. Things like that. And then even like a spin-off of that was when I started doing my full breakdown videos. So I called it the breakdown series where I would have a full project that I was working on for some client, whether it be a music video. One time it was like a commercial. I did one of the wedding clients I had, and I would take people through the project that I had already done. I'm like, here's this section, this is how I did it, here's how I did this effect. And people really like those types of videos for me when I did them. But it's very specific to that. And I remember one time I did another video that was outside of that. I did like a music video review. Not a review, it was the Miley Cyrus song Used to Be Young. And I did like a slight breakdown on that of the lighting in that. I never really kept that going, so I never got a chance to really see how that did. Yeah. But it definitely seems like the ones when I was focusing on editing helped to grow my channel for sure. But then when I pepper other things in, it wasn't necessarily bad. Like I would do gear review videos. Yeah. That did fine. Nobody got mad about it, you know? Yeah. But the primary thing was always the editing and specifically editing in DaVinci Resolve. Yeah. And that helped me grow from like a sub 100. I remember it had an extreme like growth spurt. Yeah. For me, I was like sub 100 for a long time. And then once I did that switch, I got at time recording over 1,700 subscribers now. But like that, which isn't necessarily a lot, but I'm just meaning from that time frame, from how long I was under 100. Right. Yeah. Not having a niche to picking a niche, it did help me grow exponentially. Right. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that YouTube is like niche based, but in like the loosest way, if that makes sense. Okay. Like it's like, so for me, we talked about in the last episode, like I do cozy lifestyle. Right. But one day I post about cozy gaming. The next day I talk about making coffee drinks to then having a podcast about reading. Yeah. So I have all of those different things, but I like when I look at the analytics and see who's subscribing on what video, it's like, okay, I got like 5 followers on this or 5 subscribers on this and then like 50 subscribers on this or whatever. But the view count is still showing, people are still searching for this. People are still looking for this. So I think like I've heard other people say, and I think you've said it before too, but like YouTube is like a search engine. Yeah, yeah. So if somebody says, how do I, or like what game should I play this Christmas or whatever, then my video is going to pop up. Or what coffee drink should I make? Like how can I make my own syrup and coffee? This is going to pop up of my video. So even though my brand and my overarching niche, I guess, is like cozy lifestyle, I'm still showing up on other people's platforms. Right. You could be a gamer, you could be somebody that likes coffee, you could be somebody that likes to read, and I'm showing up on your For You page.
That is interesting to say. I think that's the type of niching that I'm like trying to explore now. Yeah. Where it's an overarching, thing. You have to also, I guess, be interesting enough. Like you have to be able to do those other things interestingly enough.
Yeah.
If you're like, nah, I really can't get outside of just being behind my computer and doing this walkthrough tutorial, then you probably just want to go ahead and just hunker down and just keep focusing on that.
Yeah.
But if you're like, well, you know what, I'm actually really good at camera work too, so I can take somebody into this side and show, hey, here's how I recreated this shot, or here's how I got this shot, and then you can also bring it into editing and DaVinci Resolve. So
Yeah.
I think I'm more leaning towards the wanting to be more of a filmmaker, just a general, and not so much focusing on the editing standpoint, which is what I was focusing on. And we'll test it. If it falls flat, then I'm like, all right, well, that didn't work.
Yeah.
Go back to doing just editing. But I feel like I can do that. And
Yeah.
okay, kind of like what you're saying, because it's not like I'm going completely, I'm not about to start making how-to cooking videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Still within the parameters of the industry that I've already been.
Yeah.
So.
And that the other thing about what you do in your niche is that, like, you have all the basic, like, I remember asking you something about editing and you're like, do you want me to send you my video on it?
Right.
So it's like, okay, if somebody asks, I can link this video
Right.
that I've done because nothing's changed. So at the beginning, when I said I think picking a niche is more for, I mean, it is for the algorithm and it is for just an overarching social media, put you somewhere. But for you as a creator, it makes it easier to, like, make content. Because I know a lot of times, like, I was making, like, just random, like, cleaning videos or something for TikTok as, like, a piece of content. Nothing about that is cozy, so I don't have to continue to make cleaning videos. So that just cuts out. I'm not like, oh, let me grab my phone every single time I clean to, like, try to put it on TikTok, because that's not my niche. There are people like creators and stuff that's just their niche. But like more on YouTube, I could, if I wanted to do some type of like cleaning video, it would be more of like a, here's how I organize to keep my space cozy, or here's how I, you know, add things to my house to make them more cozy. But just to like set up my phone to like watch me clean is like not a part of my niche. I don't know if you want to go into content pillars in this episode, but like staying under my content pillars, which is like, I have decor, I have reading, I have food and drinks, and there's another one that I can't remember right now because I don't really make a whole lot of stuff on that, but that's kind of where I stay.
Okay.
So then when I, like, if you watch my videos for the next couple of weeks, you'll see themed weeks that are all under my content pillars. So I'm not like, oh, let me hurry up and make this reading video so I can post this on Monday, and then let me hurry up and make this like coffee video so I can post that on Tuesday. And it's like, it's just like more of a, here's my niche and my content for the week, and that's what I'm going to stick to. And whoever I grab the attention, the engagement, the followers from that week, they'll now start to see next week, oh, she also does this, oh, she also does that. But I'm gaining people from each part of those content pillars. But my overarching niche is just cozy lifestyle.
I think the themed week thing like you do is pretty cool. I know for me, I'm just like, that takes so much like planning. Be so like meticulous about how you do that. I'm like, I don't know if I can pull that off.
I think it's easier than I think you think. Because I use ChatGPT a lot. GPT. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say. And I'll talk more about that later. But I will like just ask it like, hey, can you give me an example of like what a themed week would look like? Here are my content pillars. And then it was like, okay, on TikTok, post this. On Instagram, post this. And it even like after it like says that, it's like, do you want me to help you with hashtags and like a caption? And so you can like really break it all the way down. But sometimes when I'm doing it, I'm like, okay, this is super robotic and I want it to be more authentic. So I definitely use it as a template and not as my like social media manager. I still have to choose what to put and how to post and everything, but it definitely is a good tool to use in your niche. And I think it really helped me, I think, grasp my niche.
That's cool. I think a lot of times that's probably what it is. People just probably just need, it's good to have I guess the word is like a sounding board or something, like almost like a wall you can throw ideas on. And the way you're using ChatGPT seems to be in that way. Like, here's all this different idea. I just need something to kind of get me going and just throw stuff out. And then it can, spit stuff back at you. So that's pretty cool. I don't personally use it that much. Like, you've told me about it. I know I use like vidIQ, and vidIQ will kind of give you like, it's an AI tool in a way, because it's basically reading your video and it's telling you, it's like, it'll like grade your video. So like, here's how well your thumbnail is doing, or here's how well your title's doing. Or they'll give you title suggestions and stuff like that. Or they'll even generate thumbnails for you. You can pull those thumbnails and use them. I don't ever use them because they look
AI.
very like AI created it. It's like, it doesn't match my brand at all.
Right.
But you can use it as like that's a cool little angle. Let me use that. I'll do a picture. I'll recreate that image or something like that.
Yeah, I use vidIQ as well. I don't use it as much, I think, just because it got thrown off because I'm using the same account.
And you changed it.
And I changed it so that I had to like figure something else out. But so I have to try to like figure that out. But I definitely think that helps. And then also helping you stay in your niche's pocket of like, okay, this is what your niche's YouTube thumbnails look like. So like you were saying, just keeping that like very structured and very I don't know what the other word I'm trying to look for is, but I think you get the point.
Something that you said kind of just triggered a thought. It almost kind of seems like that YouTube is like, you have like a brand niche and you can have subsets underneath of that. Whereas TikTok, we just lost our light. Whereas TikTok, Instagram, and other sites, other social media sites are very like niche. And then even with that, you have to kind of stay to the type of video. What I mean is, if people want to come to your video to see your stuff because you do time-lapse videos.
Right, yeah.
So it's not even just the fact that you do editing videos. They want to see editing time-lapse videos from you. If that's what got you your attraction.
Yeah, right.
Or like for me, if it's tips and tricks, and then I say, well, this is a editing vlog. Here's my life as an editor. That might not do as well. Not that you can't. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, I realize, I'm just thinking, dang, with social media, you even go niche down to like even the style of video. Niche. Then what I'm thinking about in this moment is, it might be good to use those tools, to use social media in that way, because then you can always point people back to YouTube. It's kind of like, for me, YouTube is home base for me. For someone else, it might be TikTok, so they can work it to do, however they need to work it for themselves. But for me, if doing a quick version of a tip can point them back to my YouTube channel. Now here's the full long form video. You know what I mean? Whereas doing tips in that TikTok style on YouTube, I've tested, it doesn't actually do as well for me as just clipping a long video would do. I can just do a clip off of a long video, and that for me on YouTube seems to do better.
That's like the somebody I follow on YouTube started out, we both watched them way long ago, and watching their progression to where they are now. And then I remember saying like, oh, she needs to do a video that's like long or shorter than like an hour or something. And so it's like, because I'm like, this is so long and I can't just sit down and watch a YouTube video for an hour. But the fact that that's what she does, it's like, I make these long videos for you to watch, and people watch them, and people always go back. So it is like finding that little like corner of your of the internet.
Yeah.
Finding the people that want to be in that little corner with you, because it's definitely, I definitely don't think that just posting anything and everything at anywhere. I think you can also make, like, change things up. You can change your style, you can change different things, but like keeping it kind of in this like home base type of look and feel is going to help you also grow in your niche as well.
Yeah.
And help you stand out too. Because I think if you make everything the same way that everybody in your niche does, it's like, okay, well, what's making you different than somebody else?
Yeah. For sure. I noticed that, especially with like video creation, like all videographers look the same. It's the same guy with the hat on backwards.
Oh god.
With the neon lighting, you know what I mean? It's like, or you have the super moody light, soft light on a person. It's just like this specific look. And if anyone who does videography and follows people on social media who do video, you like, okay, yeah, I know that look. So it's cool when you see people do different things. So I'm in this place where I'm wanting to do different stuff. I'm gonna look like somebody, because it's just kind of how it. You're gonna have similarities.
You get inspiration from people.
Yeah, but I want to try to like, which I do think I've come to like. I was doing tips and tricks very much like fast pace, in your face, like, hey, this is how you do it. And then I'm like, well, let me try to be more subdued and bring it down a little bit and more chill and very, detailed on what I'm saying, not just brushing over it.
Yeah. And
when I get the most comments on things is when people are like, hey, I really like how you explain this in a detailed way. Or people will say, I like that you get straight to the point. So it depends. So you have the get straight to the point.
Yeah.
But then you don't have to be overly punch in your face. Yeah. Like, whoa, overload. It can still just be, hey, this is how you do this. And cool.
Right.
So, just explain things in a calm way, and in a way people can understand them. Yeah. So that was how I tried to be different, and not that you can't be creative. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it seems like when people would say like, thank God you just got to the point. You didn't do all this long intro. Yeah. And music and you just got to the point. So everybody's different.
Yeah, I definitely think that at one point in time, the like whole intro, the music and all the stuff, like I remember watching like one like family channel, and it was a big deal when they made a new intro. Like they like had a whole production company and everything, but like they made a whole new intro, and now it's like, okay, let's get to it. Like I want to hear what you have to say. So that's something that I like made an intro, and then I was like, it's gonna be like this little thing with my name popping up, and that's it. And then I just took it away. I was like, whatever.
That was too much.
Yeah, I'm like, it doesn't matter if they can see my name at the bottom. They'll subscribe, whatever. I'm not like, hey, welcome to my channel. My name's Michaela. If you're new here, like, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. It's like, you hear it subconsciously, but nobody's like, oh my gosh, I feel so welcome to this channel. So it's like, I just was like, I'm going to take all this stuff away. I'm going to have a good hook at the beginning, grab your attention, and then we'll just get into it. And then I have this little thing that says like, comment, subscribe, just like on the thing, and that's it. So it's just very like, I don't know. I don't think that people really care about the fluff and the other things, but and it's not like I don't care about my subscribers. It's just I'm trying to. I want you to have what you're coming for, and not just my fluffy stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's the part about knowing the niche you're in, because you could say in this particular arena, people love we're just hanging out and talking. Yeah. And in this one, people don't really care. They just want to get to the point. Yeah. They don't care about your lower third that has your name on it and what you do. Yeah. They just want to get to, how do I do the thing? And like, I know I made that kind of content, so I know what to expect now. So I'm catering to that. If somebody's like, no, I'm here for the hour-long vlog. Yeah. They're there for the fluff. They want to see the fluff. Yeah. So, Yeah. I don't think it's a right or wrong. It's just what works for your niche.
Right. That's what Casey said on one of your episodes, that people have like a shorter attention span. And so it's harder to fit a lot of information into a shorter video. So I think that it's still good that YouTube is still super relevant, but that people are changing it to where it's like, okay, here's the information that you need to know. And because when I'm like scrolling, I'm starting to see like shorter, it's like 4-minute videos and like all this other stuff. And I know people are trying to get their watch hours and keep their stuff up by having the long videos and stuff. But if you're not having a bunch of people watch a long form video, you're not getting all your watch hours anyways. But having that home base of YouTube being your longer form videos and posting on Instagram or TikTok or wherever you want to post your shorter form, and like being like, okay, here's my 3 favorite coffee drinks, boom, boom, boom. And then how to make them on YouTube, like just sending people to that longer form video, because the people that want to see it are going to be there.
No, it's good to have it there for them.
Yeah.
I think too, the niche, like I said, it's kind of like, it also just dictates the content you make, but also like in the style. Yeah. And even like whether the video needs to be short or long. Like I used to think very much like, oh yeah, everyone has a short attention span, so you have to do, but that's not true to everybody. Like there's a whole thing going on, and you have to do the research to your market, your research for your niche too, and look at what people are doing and what people want, and just listen to what people are saying in your comment section. But there's like a whole thing of people who are like tired of the fast-paced editing. Yeah, that's a whole style. Like simple editing is becoming a style again. Yeah, and I've seen videos like that where it's like, yeah, actually people are wanting to get away from the high dopamine like hit, like where it's like you can only be on the shot for like 2 seconds. You got nonstop. And I'm not saying waste time in the video either. Yeah, but there's a way to do it without it being this overly high adrenaline go. And there's people who are like, yeah, I actually don't want that. I want the slower pace. Yeah, so that's a niche. Yeah, I mean, everything's a niche. So there's the reason why I'm saying I bring it up too is right now in the landscape, live streaming is very popular. Yeah, lots of people are live streaming. So I don't think the live streamers would be successful if people didn't want to sit there and watch these hours long streams, and they're not jumping cuts. So that's just a style though. Yeah, that's in itself is a niche. Not everybody wants that. There's people like, I don't have that. They'll go back to the fast paced go video. Right. So, things become in style and things become popular, so there's trends and then there's niches. I would say, and a certain niche can be a trend. So the word niche in itself is such a weird, like what even is a niche really? But like I'm just now realizing anything can be. So it's like you just got to know like what works for your audience. Your audience will dictate that, but you won't ever really know that until you start. So I think that it's important to pick a niche to get started. Yes. Start with something you like and just start rolling. And if you do different things and one hits, I don't think we talked about this in the last one about riding it to the point to where you like burn out and like, I actually don't really like it. Right. Be cool with hopefully you're making content that you like. So that way when you find the thing that hits, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I can ride this out. And I think ride it out for a while. And then if it's like, okay, I don't have anything else, this is me talking from experience, then now let me start trying to pepper other things in. Yeah. Because you want to be able to keep your content going too. Yeah. And that's just my thought process on it. I mean, that's what like we did talk about last episode, but like I was doing nails and I had a nail podcast, I had nail content, I was doing all this stuff, but I hit a cap where I was like, okay, my knowledge ends here. Yeah, that's. And so I'm also just tired of like constantly talking about the same thing, and I want to create more. I feel like I can't be as creative here in this nail content niche that I'm in. So let me try to figure out something else. And I mean, I think I stopped doing nails like in the summer of this year, and so I think just of 2024, since this will be out 2025, I think that it took me 6 months to figure out exactly what I wanted to do before I actually did it. But I was like still continuously posting, still gaining traction, still gaining followers, still gaining engagement and stuff, but I was like, I'm still figuring myself out, and that's okay too, to figure it out. But like you said, don't just create content just to create content. Have a
have a purpose.
Right.
And I think that's what the niche is supposed to be. It's just to give your content purpose.
And yeah, purpose and direction. I like that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like it gives you like a direction to go in.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So I think, look at it. Don't look at the niche as like, I'm in prison. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people shy away from it because they don't want to get stuck.
Yeah.
But the niche is actually there to help you.
Yeah.
You find your footing.
Yeah.
Because if you just start posting any and everything, it's like you have to find your spot in this wide open ocean of content.
Yeah.
There's just like so much that's happening, you know?
Yeah.
So you just got to kind of like fill it out.
Right. And you're not trying to play, I mean, you want to like kind of use the algorithm because that's going to help. But if you're all over the place, the algorithm's going to be like, you got it. You figure it out by yourself.
You figure it out by yourself.
We can't help you.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
I feel
just have purpose.
People get mad about the algorithm, but the algorithm, the fact that there is a system in place is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because that means you can learn the system.
Yeah.
And once you learn the system, you can use the system to your benefit.
Yeah.
Don't be scared of the system, or just learn it, use it to your benefit.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's definitely like a balance, because there's people that can get way too invested in the algorithm. They're like, oh, I can't write this or post this. And then you become super automatic.
Well, yeah, don't become
like a robot.
Let them control you.
Yeah, right. But then there is, like you were saying, let the algorithm help you. Don't just be like this animate or robotic thing, but being like, okay, well, the algorithm is actually liking this type of content, so let me continue to try to make this type of content in all of my stuff. So like I have all my content pillars, but if I'm doing this cozy stuff and then I come out another time like, hey guys, blah blah blah, and I'm like this not cozy person anymore, they're gonna be like, wait, I can't help you. I can't help you with this because you were doing all of this and now this is different. Yeah. So it's just, like you said, there's a system in place so you can learn it and grow. But
cool.
Yeah.
I thought we could keep spinning on this for forever.
Yeah, we could. I do have like a little pivot moment if we're done with the niches.
Yeah.
So I was watching the other episodes before I became a host, and I saw that he was asking people questions that I didn't get asked last time. He asked what program I edited on.
Yeah, I was asked what did I ask? I used to say, what is your preferred editing program, camera,
and social media platform?
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
So it's all good. I pretty much shoot on the same thing that he does.
Well, it's not entirely true because I shoot exclusively on the Fuji X-C3.
Yeah. So I shoot on that with my YouTube content. I shoot on my phone mostly for my YouTube, my vertical content, but sometimes I will use my Sony ZV-1F. Yeah. I think that's what it's called. So I like that one for like vlogging, and
it's a good vlogging camera.
Carrying it around. But stationary stuff, I do like to use the Fuji, and then for my vertical content, it's just a lot easier to use my phone. Yeah. So that's my camera. I edit on CapCut. I'm just kidding. I edit on DaVinci. It's become like the easiest. I think that it's, even doing vertical content, having DaVinci to edit on is just fast. Yeah. I don't like having to like scroll with my finger. Yeah. I'm like editing for hours. I can knock out content like this on
guys. DaVinci program to go to.
Yeah. And I use the free version, so it's not even like I'm using something, that costs a lot of money. And what was the last one? Oh, Instagram is my favorite platform to use, although I'm not their favorite, but it's my favorite. But then I guess second would be YouTube.
Yeah. But I would probably say TikTok in terms of like where you get the most,
TikTok, I definitely get the most engagement.
Yeah. But YouTube is picking up a lot for you too, though.
Yeah. TikTok just isn't I'm still trying to figure it out. Like I figured it out enough to like be able to use it and have success on it, but it's still like not to the place where I want it. I think that with YouTube and Instagram, I'm able to like see faces and memorize
Oh, okay.
like who I'm talking to and catering to and things like that. On TikTok, it's very jumbled. And I think maybe because it grew so fast that I didn't get a chance to like catch people as they were coming in.
Okay. Well, that makes sense why you like Instagram so much. You're very much into the social aspect of it.
Yes.
For me, I'm looking at YouTube as more of I'm building the audience. And YouTube is not, for me anyway, there's new people coming in all the time. When I live stream, I can start to recognize people because then those people come in and they'll comment. Okay, yeah, I recognize. But like with YouTube, I get different comments from different people all the time. So I don't know who, sometimes I will see repeat comments and I recognize people that way. But if you want to see more stuff from us, we both live stream. So, I live stream doing editing tutorials and things like that. And you do your gaming.
I do Animal Crossing and sometimes The Sims.
Yeah.
But The Sims, I don't know. The Sims is harder to live stream with, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I feel like it would be easier because I'm like, oh, this is what this person is doing. But maybe it was because it was just like laggy or something last time. So I was like, I'm done. I got frustrated.
Yeah. Well, it's all good.
Yeah. But Fridays at 10, I will be live streaming. Nice. And your Thursdays at 8:30ish.
30ish.
Just keep your post notifications on.
Yeah. Thursday is usually the day I'm live streaming.
Yeah.
What time? The time varies. But usually are after 8 o'clock.
Yeah. But if you have your post notifications on, you'll know when this podcast uploads. You'll know when he uploads all of his stuff. And then if you go over to my page and follow me and turn your post notifications on, you'll know when I upload.
Yeah. Yep.
And you'll just be full of Denzel and Michaela.
That's funny.
So.
Cool.
You have anything else to add?
I'm done.
All right. Well, until next time, guys.
Peace.